Archangel Michael warns your blessing is about to be given away if you skip this. You don't have all the pieces yet, and missing this could mean a significant loss for you. Hey there, sweetheart! Pay close attention, because heaven is reaching out to you right now. You can't just ignore this call, because it's not weak or random. You've heard this reaching in your life for a long time, even before you read these words. This very moment was planned just for you, woven into time itself in ways you can't fully understand yet. You didn't come here because you scrolled at the right time. It's not a coincidence. I, Jesus, put this message right in front of you as a divine meeting, a holy pause, and a sign that the hard time you've been going through is finally ending. Heaven is calling you right now, my child. Don't turn away. Don't miss this chance. If you look away, scroll on, or ignore what your spirit is finally starting to tell you, you will miss what I sent from heaven just for you. My beloved, I've seen you go through days when your heart was heavy and your thoughts were loud. There were times when you wondered if I still saw you, heard you, and cared about the problems you couldn't talk about. I saw every tear you tried to hide. I heard every question you were too shy to say. Through fear, doubt, loneliness, and nights when you asked, Lord, do you still remember me? I saw you through every step you took. Yes, my child, I remembered. When you felt forgotten, I thought of you. You thought I was far away, but I stayed close. You thought no one was fighting for you, but I was there for you. Even when your heart hurt, I kept it safe. Now, right now, this holy, chosen moment, I'm calling you because something in your spirit can't stay quiet, asleep, or hidden any longer. Because of everything you've been through, you can't ignore the call from heaven. It's important. It's important. I want you to hear it, because something has changed in the spiritual world. And I don't want you to miss it. My child, some messages are meant to comfort you or warn you, but this one is neither. It's a call from above to become the next part of yourself. Don't tell yourself that this is just another moment, message, or voice in the noise. No, my love, this is me. This is Christ. This is your Savior calling your name from the depths of your heart. I'm doing this quickly because I know you're about to step into something bigger than anything you've known before. It's possible that your heart is shaking right now. Something might be moving in you that you haven't felt in a long time. You might feel a pull, a warmth, or a sudden awareness that something holy is taking place. That's where I am. Your spirit is being touched by my voice. That's heaven getting closer to you. These words are reaching you now, at this hour, after the days you cried, the nights you struggled, and the times you questioned your worth, your future, and my plan for you. Do you think it's a coincidence? No, my child, this is not a crazy thing. I set up this meeting for a divine reason. I thought about every second that got you here. I planned events, feelings, and even the state of your heart, so that you would be able to hear heaven calling you. This message opens a door. Please go through it with me, stay with me, and let these words really hit you. I will then show you things you weren't ready to hear before. I will tell you the reasons for your delays, the meaning of your struggles, and the reason for the wounds you thought would never heal. I'll take the weight off your shoulders that you've been carrying alone for too long. I'm going to let your spirit see what I've been planning behind your back. You will miss something that heaven made just for you. If you turn away now, if you ignore this call, if you decide that this moment isn't worth your attention, this writing was a divine answer sent to you. You will miss the clarity, the breakthrough, the healing, the direction, and the answer. When I call you, my beloved child, it's because the time of year has changed. You're on the verge of something new. You have reached the point where the past no longer affects you, where old wounds start to heal, and where the weight that has been on you starts to lift. You have to be open and willing to listen for this to happen, though. That is why my voice is loud. That's why I put these words in front of you. Because of this, heaven is calling you out loud and clear. Because you can't stay where you are any longer. It's taking too long inside you. There are too many things pulling you forward. I have too much ready for your next chapter. Please take these words to heart, my child. You are being called by heaven right now, not tomorrow, not one day, not until you're ready, right now. It's time now. Now is the time. This is God's invitation, which holds the power of your destiny. I didn't call anyone else. I called you. This message wasn't meant for someone else. It was sent to you. In heaven, I didn't ask for someone who was more perfect, more put together, more holy, or more sure of themselves. It's for people who feel like they're not good enough, tired, forgotten, or small, and they need this message more than they know. You, my beloved child, listen up. Do not leave today. You will miss what heaven has in store for you if you don't answer this call. However, if you wait until the end, I will show you that this very moment is the start of everything you have prayed for. Type, Amen. If Jesus holds all the answers to your problems, then He is the answer to all my problems. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. My child, please open your whole heart right now. I am calling you directly, personally, and on purpose with a voice that has been used since the beginning of time to reach you right now. This message from heaven is strong, far away, and clear. You can still feel it in your spirit in ways you haven't felt in a long time. Even if you can't hear it, I promise that your soul does. It's in your spirit. It's in your heart. It feels like something inside you is stirring or waking up that you can't put into words. That shaking is me. I'm that pull. That sudden quiet, that light weight in your chest, and the sense that something is happening right now are all signs that my call has reached you deep down. Listen to the sound of heaven when it reaches for you, my child. This isn't just a message. This is an angelic call for your life. Though you might say you found this message by accident, I'll tell you the truth. There's no way out of this. In my kingdom, there is no accident. When it comes to the God who made galaxies and gave you life, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Don't think of this holy moment as something that happened by accident or because of an algorithm. Do not think that you just happened to be here. I meant for this message to be here for you. I had this moment planned for a long time before you showed up. I planned your breaths, thoughts, time, and spiritual moves that you can't see, all to make sure you would be here, right now, with an open heart to hear me calling. I looked for you, waited for you, watched over you, kept you safe, and got you ready, even when you felt like you were being left out, forgotten, or not seen. Even when you stopped moving toward me, I kept moving toward you. I'm calling you, child, because your spirit is finally ready to hear me again. There were times when I could hear you, but the noise around you was too much. At times, I whispered to you, but your heart was too hurt for you to hear me. There were times when I was close, but your tears made it hard to hear me. Do not feel bad. I never felt sorry for you. I never looked away from you. I would have waited forever, because I knew that one day your soul would soften again, your spirit would open again, and your heart would hurt enough to hear my call, not as an idea or a possibility, but as a lifeline. That day is today. Your heart is in tune with heaven like it hasn't been in a long time. This is a holy moment. I've seen you weather storms that should have broken you. I've seen you get up on days when you didn't feel like it. I have kept track of every sigh, tear, prayer, and scream that you let out but no one else heard. I saw you push through pain you never talked about, struggles you didn't understand, and loads of weight that were too much for your shoulders. When you were ready to give up, I saw you. When you asked yourself what your purpose was, I saw you. You asked me if I still had a plan for you, and I saw you. And my child, I felt closer to you than you will ever know. I wasn't far. I didn't stay quiet. I wasn't not caring. With love, I was watching you, waiting for the moment when your spirit would finally rise again to answer the call that has been following you since the day you were born. There is something going on around you that you can't see. This world can't show it to you, but your spirit has already seen it. There are changes in the air around you. When you carry something, it doesn't feel heavier, it feels new. Not just any thoughts have been going through your mind lately. It's not random when you feel sudden bursts of emotion. Your heart softening without warning, longing rising in you out of the blue, or the sense that something is changing. Those are signs from above. Those are the shakings before a big break. These are the signs of a change in the spirit world. My phone is ringing because this shift has something to do with you. You are being taken out of an old season and into a new one. But you have to answer this call, my child, to do what I have planned. Really understand this. No, I'm not calling you because you're great. I'm not calling you because I think you already know what to do. I'm not calling you because you have always been sure of your faith. You are mine, so I'm calling you. I love you, so I'm calling you. Your destiny won't go away, no matter how many times life has tried to bury it. That's why I'm calling you. I'm calling you because I value your spirit, care about your future, and see your purpose still alive in my plan. Yes, I'm calling you because your time is changing. You won't be able to move on to the next chapter until you can clearly hear my voice. Please use your heart instead of your hands to answer this call. My child, you don't have to make a sound or move to answer me. You don't have to say anything. There is nothing you need to do. Just let your heart be open. Allow your spirit to speak. Say to yourself, Lord, I'm listening. That's how you answer me. That's how you answer my call. I am not trying to convert you to Christianity. I want to connect with you in a real way. I'm not calling you to put pressure on you. I'd like to have you join me. I'm not making you afraid. I'm pulling you away from danger. My call isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because for too long, something inside you has been sleeping. Something inside you has been ready to come back to life. You've been wanting my voice, even though you didn't know how to say it. Your heart has been in a fight for a long time that you haven't always seen. That enemy tried to drown out my voice with fear, worry, shame, loneliness, noise, and confusion. But my call has always been stronger than his lies. I've been calling you all year long. I called you when things were good. I called you when I was sad. I called you when you were strong and when you were not. But my call sounds louder now because your life has a spiritual air that is rare and holy, that has opened up. There is a bend in heaven for you. Angels are near you. The Holy Spirit is moving all around you. And it's me, Jesus, calling to your heart, because the chain is about to break. There's a door about to open. The weather is going to change soon. To receive it, your spirit must be awake. You might wonder why this call seems so important. It's because time is getting faster now. The window for change is open, and I don't want you to miss it. Everyone has times in their lives when they need to answer a sound from heaven. This is one of those moments for you. Now is the time when the old chains start to break. This is the moment when things start to become clear. Now is the time when the weight on your shoulders starts to go away. Now is the time when your heart starts to beat again. Now is the time when heaven reaches down and tells us to rise. I'm calling you higher. Also, I won't let you miss this moment, my child. We can make the world a better place if we work together. Please click Super Thanks to help us share God's truth and joy. One act of faith from you helps us keep spreading His love everywhere. I have waited for you with endless patience. I have loved you with a love that never ends. I have kept you safe with a strength you didn't fully understand. This is my clear call to you, which your heart can no longer ignore. So, beloved, listen to me now. Use your heart, not your hands, to answer this call. Take it up with an open mind. You should pick it up with your weakness. If you're ready to let me get to parts of you that have been quiet for too long, pick it up. You did not end up reading this by accident. This is what you're reading because heaven called your name. I will keep calling, and your heart will answer. My child, please get closer. I'm going to talk to you about the parts of yourself that you hide from other people and that you find hard to face. I am reaching into the depths where your tears fall silently, where your fears whisper loudly, where your wounds quietly remain in the corners of your soul. Today, I want to talk to the hurting parts of you that you hide, and the parts that shake behind the smile. you wear when everyone is looking. I am speaking to the heart you keep guarded, the heaviness you have learned to carry alone, and the sorrow that presses against your chest. When the world grows quiet, I see things that no one else does, my child. I know what no one else knows. I understand what no one else has understood, and I need you to hear me clearly now. I was there. You've gone through times when you felt invisible, unseen, not noticed by the people around you. There were a lot of ways you were breaking down, inside that no one could see. You tried to be strong, steady, and the one who didn't fall apart. You cried into your pillow when everyone else was asleep, wiping your tears quickly, as if erasing them would erase the pain itself. You pressed your face into your hands during moments when the weight became too heavy, whispering, "Why do I feel so alone?" I saw every tear that came out of your eyes, my child. I could feel the shake in your breath. I could hear the soft sob you tried to hide. Also, I want you to know something holy. None of those tears were wasted. I got all of them together. There were moments when you didn't know what you were feeling. Just that. It hurt. There were times when the pain inside you was too great to describe, too deep to name, and too heavy for your body to carry. You tried to push through it, to ignore it, to pretend it didn't matter. But when the room grew silent and life slowed down, the pain found you again. You were so good at hiding your sadness, but it got back into your soul and wrapped itself around your thoughts. I still leaned close to you, even more so then. In the same way that a parent holds a shaking child, I wrapped my arms around your weak heart. I held you. Yes, my beloved, even when you couldn't feel me, I held you. Some nights, you couldn't sleep because you were so afraid of what would happen, of failing, of not being loved, of losing more, of never getting better, of never going to peace. You whispered your fears into the darkness, like secrets you were afraid to say out loud. You questioned everything, your worth, your purpose, your strength, your voice. You wondered whether you mattered, whether anyone cared, whether your life truly had meaning. But listen up, kid, I cared. I really cared. I heard all of your fears, even the ones you couldn't put into words. I got all of your questions, even the ones you stopped asking in the middle. I also didn't judge you. I did not get tired of you. I didn't get tired of hearing your cries over and over. I stayed. I heard it. I took your pain into my spirit, because I have loved you with a love that doesn't fade, doesn't break, and doesn't walk away. The things you were carrying were way too heavy for your shoulders. You forced yourself to keep going when your heart was exhausted. Even when you didn't have anything left, you kept giving. You kept showing up even when you felt like giving up. When your heart was tired, you smiled. You helped others feel better, even though you were hurting yourself. You tried to be dependable, even though you weren't strong. You hid the fact that you were upset because you didn't want to be a bother. But, kid, you were never a bother to me. I never told you to do that all by yourself. I never meant for you to have to carry the weight by yourself. That is not your job. You were not created to look out for, heal, or save yourself. I never meant for that to happen to you. You took on the responsibilities that were supposed to fall on me. Still, I walked with you, even when you tried to carry them by yourself. There were times when you thought everyone, even me, had forgotten about you. You saw gaps in your life when you looked at it. You saw prayers go unanswered. You didn't see direction, you saw silence. and you thought to yourself, maybe God has moved on. He might have more important people to take care of. Maybe I am no longer seen. I will never forget you, my love. I never forgot about you. I never took my eyes off of you for a second. You were always in the center of my attention. You were always the most important thing to me. I was keeping an eye on you, even when you didn't feel seen. I heard every word you didn't say. When you felt like you weren't being heard, I was closer to you than your own breath when you felt alone. You were not left behind. You were taken care of. I saw you try to keep yourself together, even though you knew inside you that everything was breaking down. I saw you fake smile so no one would ask what was wrong. I saw how you carried your sadness with you as you took on responsibilities. When you said you didn't think your life would ever get better, I saw, my child, you thought you were walking by yourself the whole time. But I was right next to you. At all times when you thought you weren't being seen, I was lovingly watching you. Every moment you felt unheard, I was listening with compassion. I held your hand over yours every time you felt like you weren't safe. Do you know what I mean when I say I was there? It means that when you were at your weakest, when you thought you were broken beyond repair, I was the one who kept your spirit from falling apart completely. It means that when your thoughts were dark, I put light in your mind that you couldn't see to help you keep going. It means that when fear tried to break your heart, I kept it from breaking. This means that when the enemy spoke lies into your spirit about who you are, what you're worth, and how valuable you are, I kept your soul from fully believing them. It means that when your chest hurt like a flood, I was the quiet strength that helped you stand. My beloved, I have been your guardian, even when you didn't know you needed it. I have been there for you through the pain you didn't show because you thought no one would understand. I got it, though. I understood the sadness you couldn't talk about. I knew the sadness you were hiding behind your eyes. There were times when you felt like you had no one to turn to and were feeling very lonely. I could relate to how tired you were every day. I knew how much you wanted to feel better that kept you up at night. I want you to know that you were never alone through it all. I stepped into the cracks in your heart and held you together. Every time you thought you were about to break, I held you up. Every time you thought you were going to fall apart, every time you believed you were forgotten, I whispered your name into eternity. I gave you a spark of strength every time you lost hope. It was there, even if you didn't notice it, the quiet push that kept you from giving up. That was me. That was my hand. That was my love not letting you drown. And my child, I kept you safe, even when you thought I wasn't there. It's possible that you didn't always see the wounds I kept you from getting. The blows that didn't hurt you. The dangers that never crossed your path. You were there for the battles you fought, but you missed the ones I won for you before they got to your door. The moments when destruction was planned against you, but never succeeded. That was my shield. The times when stress tried to break you but failed. That was me being there. The moments when darkness wanted to swallow your hope but failed. That was my light. I fought for you even when I didn't say a word. My dear, the pain you felt alone was never really pain you felt alone. I was with you in the quiet room. I was in the car with you when you started to cry. I was standing next to you when you felt alone. I was around you when your thoughts went off the rails. You fell to your knees while I held you. And I held you the whole time. We haven't forgotten about you. You are seen by everyone. You are being heard. You are not left alone. You are mine, Reitman. My hope is anchored in Christ alone, if your faith rests securely in Him. Share this video too. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Please take a moment to breathe and let my words sink in deeply into the places where your loneliness has lived for too long. My child, I'm going to talk directly to you about the fights you fought alone. The nights you cried until your pillow was wet. The seasons where you felt broken in ways you didn't know how to explain. I am coming for the nights when the world slept and you lay awake staring into the darkness, feeling like your heart was carrying more than it should. You whispered into the night, not sure if I heard you, if anyone cared, or if your tears were important. And I promise you now, my love, those tears were never forgotten. I held those quiet cries in my hands. Those trembling breaths were heard by heaven. You were not the only one crying. Even though you couldn't feel me, I was sitting next to you with my arms around you. I was the warmth that came over you when you had no strength left. I was the calm that you felt when your spirit was shaking. During those sad nights, you thought you were by yourself, but I was closer to you than at any other time. You have walked through the pain of betrayal, wounds inflicted by people you trusted, people you let close, people you believed would protect your heart. Some of them hurt you without realizing it, and some hurt you knowing exactly what they were doing. Their words hurt more deeply than wounds. The things they did broke down weak parts of you. You didn't know how to fill the holes in your life that they left behind. I saw everything. I saw the moment when their betrayal hurt you the most. I saw your hope break when it did. I saw the moment when someone else's actions made you doubt your own worth. I never meant for you to have to go through the pain of being betrayed by someone else. My child, even when they let you down, I stayed true to you. I held you closer when they left you. When they rejected you, I chose you again and again. And I want you to hear me clearly. Their betrayal was not a reflection of your value. It showed them how broken they were. It didn't make you less valuable. It showed them the places where they were hurting. Finally, I saw your broken heart, the one you tried to hide by being strong. You carried it quietly, hoping time alone would mend it. You felt better over time, but the wound wasn't just on the surface of your heart. It was a wound that went deep into who you are. It made you question whether you were lovable, whether you were enough, whether something was wrong with you. I saw how you smiled on the outside, but on the inside you were sad. I watched the way you tried to move forward, while pieces of you were still bleeding. You thought I was quiet while your heart broke, but I was the one who kept it from breaking for good. I spoke strength into your spirit, when you thought you couldn't handle the pain. I was there when it was quiet, and no one else was, but you didn't see me. Please pay attention. The heartbreak you went through wasn't punishment. Shifting was what it was. I took away the thing that would have killed you. I kept you away from things that couldn't value you. Even though you didn't understand why you lost, I watched over your future. You have also known the ache of disappointment, those moments when life didn't unfold the way you hoped. When your hopes and dreams were met with silence, when you prayed for doors to open, but they didn't, leaving you confused and worn out. You felt heavy, discouraged, and frustrated, wondering if you would ever see the answers you longed for. You saw others moving forward, while you stayed where you were. You thought something was wrong with you because progress felt slow, delayed, and uncertain. But, my child, your delays were never denials. They were getting ready. They were protections. They were changes in alignment. The closed doors didn't mean I wasn't there. They meant I loved them. I refused to let you walk into something that would have limited you, trapped you, or led you away from the purpose I placed inside you. I know that the disappointment made you feel very sad. I know it made you feel like the future was slipping out of reach. During that time of waiting, though, I was shaping you, making you stronger, more mature, better, and ready for what's next. Also, let me talk about how tired you've been feeling. Some days your body moved, but your soul was tired. Even though you could do things, you didn't feel alive. When you woke up, you felt heavy for no reason. You didn't feel tired from not getting enough sleep. You were tired from the battles going on inside you. Battles of doubt, fear, stress, confusion, loneliness, and worry. You prayed, but nothing came back to you. You believed, but you felt weary. You hoped, but the weight was getting old. You carried responsibilities, burdens, expectations, an emotional weight that slowly wore you down. And even though you kept going, even though you kept trying, even though you held on, your spirit whispered, "Lord, I'm tired." My child, I heard that whisper. I saw how tired they looked. I could feel how heavy your soul was. I could see that you were tired. I also want to tell you that you are tired because the battle has been long, not because you are weak. You are weary because you have been fighting without rest, not because you lack strength. And I am here now to restore what life has drained out of you. You felt like you were stuck in the same season, with the same problems, in the same patterns, and with the same questions that you couldn't answer. You wondered why nothing was changing, why things felt frozen, why you could not move forward. You felt like your life was on pause, while everyone else's life kept advancing, and that made you feel frustrated and forgotten. You were never stuck, though, my love, because the base below you was still being built. I was holding you in place with my hand. I could not allow you to move before the ground was stable. I was not delaying you without reason. I was setting you up behind the scenes. I was moving things around. I took away the things that you couldn't bring with you. I was putting together the things you needed for the next part. What felt like stagnation to you was quiet construction. What seemed like a delay was actually getting ready. What seemed like a setback was actually the slow growth of something bigger. I know that feeling of being forgotten has been following you around like a shadow. You asked why other people were getting answers, and you were getting silence. You wondered why progress felt far from you. It seemed like blessings were coming late. You didn't understand why progress was taking so long. You felt like nobody, not even me, cared about you. Not other people, not life, not even me. But I want you to know, my child, that I never forgot about you. I thought about you all the time. I kept an eye on you the whole time. I never stopped working on your behalf. I didn't stop putting your story together. I never stopped looking out for your future. You had trouble with the timing, but I got it right. You were scared by the silence, but I was just planning what to say. What you thought was giving up was actually getting ready. What you thought was delay was really safety. What you thought was my distance was actually me working behind the scenes so deeply that it required silence. Say amen. I believe he's working behind the scenes, even when I cannot see the outcome. Share this video too. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary, where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment, meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.